It's interesting how so many people advocated for this Me Too movement and bypassed the whole agenda and the problems with all of these stories that would affect the whole industry and the obvious corruption we see being played out on these platforms. Ironically, it didn't matter when it came to a certain celebrity. Now I find it funny watching all of these so-called woke people try to cancel or block out these celebrities for not being so conscious. Since so many people seem to be living in these artificially created worlds of theirs, I decided to have a little fun with this topic and refreshing what I already spoke about, considering I felt the hypocrisy when James Pope Kid got exposed and we didn't see the same outcry in the community.
Get the bag. Get the bag. Y'all niggas know what it is. You know we get the bag.
ACT, you see this?
Look, if it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it. Just take the time.
The way things have been exposed in the industry lately, you would think this was another trapped in the closet saga. Especially when I bring up this specific person, James Polk, for a reason. Especially when you look around and you see the statistics on the rising levels of HIV, which this man blatantly was going around passing like it was water. Now, everybody knows it's against the law to knowingly pass around HIV. And everybody heard about this case where this DJ was intentionally passing out this deadly virus, was intentionally trafficking young girls, older and minors, and was obviously within a lot of these celebrity circles. Now, of course, that don't mean that these celebrities that came into counter with this DJ had anything to do with his felonious activities, but I just find it very hypocritical, as I mentioned years ago, how people wanted to jump on these bandwagons, overlook the obvious problems with real girls being missing out here, real girls out here being exploited, and a lot of these girls being groomed to target these celebrities who have nothing but debauchery in mind for them. Yet at the end of the day, I find it very comical watching people pick and choose which battles they want to speak on when a lot of these agendas we see playing out on these platforms are very politically motivated. Now, of course, when it came to Robert Kelly, these people had to create this whole public outcry, create a docuseries, all of these interviews, all of these articles, all of this propaganda to shape public's perspective. But when it comes to other individuals, you hear about the story and then all of a sudden everything gets quiet and nobody points out obvious red flags as to how people have public knowledge to all these women this man Pope allegedly infected, and yet he was only convicted of a couple. Yet this man was given a break on his sentencing because he copped a guilty plea. Now pause. What does that say about our justice system when you can disregard so-called victims and give people lighter sentencing because they plead guilty of things that the state is supposed to be able to prove they did in the first damn place? Why are all these politicians being put out here to push these certain agendas and then behind the scenes are in cahoots with a lot of the perpetrators to crimes that are being covered up right under your noses? At the end of the day, I make this video for one simple reason. As controversial as we see some of these celebrities and influencers are, such as Cardi B, and how ironic it is that, again, a lot of these people run in the same circles, but when it comes to certain individuals who face accusations, everybody wants to be tight-lipped. Some want to crack jokes, but everybody want to skip around the main points that people should really be talking about. And that is the injustice that we see playing out over these platforms, the propaganda that is being pushed, and clearly the hidden agendas behind these politicians and janky ace. With that being said, when it comes to any allegations involving industry individuals, clearly it would never matter what public perception is going to be when it comes to the courtroom. But when people can manipulate public's perception and then hide the janky shit going on in the courtroom, and nobody calls this to public awareness, do we see the problem and the hypocrisy within trying to black out or block out these celebrities who don't run with certain trains that people want to push on these platforms? For that much, what does it say when we're supposed to pride ourselves with freedom of speech, but when it comes to getting on these platforms and just freely speaking, it's nearly impossible?